Hi guys! Welcome sa Zip9. So in this video ay itutuloy natin yung series natin on calculus. No? And again, pinag-uusapan ulit natin yung chain rule. Now, ang chain rule ay medyo mahaba siya no? Kasi marami siyang pwedeng isama sa kanya. No? Pwede natin samahan ng product rule, ng sum rule, pwedeng samahan ng quotient rule, and di ba pa. No? So, in this video, ang gagawin natin, isasamahan natin siya ng product rule. No? Okay lang siya ginagamit yung product rule, di ba? Pag meron kang products of two different expressions, no? Two or more in fact, no? Pero hanggang two expressions lang tayo. Pag hindi mo siya kayang i-combine, no? Then the two expressions are pwede mong gamitan ng product rule, no? And recall that the product rule, pag meron kang dalawang functions na f of x, if we get the derivative of the product of two functions f of x and g of x, this is equal to the f of x, no, times the derivative, no, derivative of g of x plus g of x, and then derivative times the derivative of f of x, no. Sa ibang libro, d of u times v is equal to u derivative of v plus v derivative of u. So, ang u value natin dyan ay, ang u natin ay itong f of x at ang v natin ay g of x. No? So, that's another notation. Hindi siya kailangan dito pero gusto ko lang maging familiar kayo. No? And this is one way of also writing this equation. Okay? So, you can use any of these two equations. Okay, so, paano natin kukunin itong y equals, so kukunin yung derivative ng y equals x cubed times square root of x plus 1. Okay, so, derivative of y, no? We get the derivative of the left-hand side is equal to the derivative of x cubed times square root of x plus 1. Okay? By the product rule, no, this is equal to anong f of x natin o anong u natin? Di ba x cubed? U ito yung v. So u, derivative of v, ano ang u natin? X cubed, and then derivative of v, square root of x plus 1, plus v, square root of x plus 1 times the derivative of u, which is x cubed. Okay? So, bura tayo. Ano ngayon ang derivative ng x, square root of x plus 1? Scratch muna tayo. Derivative of square root of x plus 1. Kung napanood niyo yung previous video, ang ginawa natin ay, ginawa natin yung square root of x plus 1 equals to x plus 1 raised to the 1/2. No? And we know that the derivative of that is equal to, ibababa mo yung 1/2, di ba? So, kung hindi niyo napanood yung previous video, medyo. So, 1/2, ibaba natin, magiging x plus 1. Multiply natin dito, and then, yung 1/2, babawasan natin siya ng isa. So, 1/2 minus 1. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ito na yung derivative nung itong part na to. Okay? So, pwede ko na siyang palitan. X cubed times 1/2 times x plus 1. Ano ang 1/2 minus 1? Negative 1/2 na siya. Para diretso na tayo. Plus, square root of x plus 1. Ano ang derivative ng x cubed? Pababa yung 3, papasok natin yung x, and then yung exponent bawasan natin na isa, times 3x squared. Okay? Next. Ano gagawin natin? Simplify natin yung unang expression, yung groups of ito, unang group. So, this is, meron tayong fraction. So, pwede tayo mag-fraction. This is x cubed over 1, no? Para meron tayong denominator times 1 over 1 times 1 half, and then times, ano mangyayari dun sa ano? X plus 1 raised to the negative 1 half. Naalala niyo itong law na to ng exponent? So, pag meron ka negative exponent, pwede mo kunin yung reciprocal. And then, magiging positive na yung exponent. No? So, this becomes 1 times x plus 1 to the 1 half plus square root of x plus 1 times 3x squared. Okay? Okay, simplify natin. We multiply all the numerators. So this becomes x cubed times 1 is just x cubed. And then the denominator is 1 times 2 times x plus 1 to the 1 half. So 2 times x plus 1 to the 1 half plus square root of x plus 1 times 3x squared. So, pwede ko na siguro ilagay yung 3x squared dito sa unahan. So, usually, pag multiplication yung expression na walang radical, kasama yung radical, usually nakalagay yung walang radical sa unahan. So, yun yung parang pinaka-standard na sinusunod natin. Although na nothing is preventing you from, changing the position kasi ano naman yan commutative naman ang multiplication. So, walang problema. Next, balik na natin to para pareho silang square root of x plus 1. Okay, so x cubed. Kailan natin siya ginawang 1 half kanina, raised to the 1 half, kasi hindi natin makuha yung derivative directly yung radical. Diba? So 2 times square root of x plus 1 plus 3x squared square root of x plus 1. Alam nyo, dito, algebra na to, hindi na to calculus Actually, from here, algebra na siya. No? So, sinisimplify lang natin yung rational, kung masasabi mo mga rational expression yan. Basta, algebraic expression, sinimplify natin. Hindi siya rational kasi may square root. No? Okay? So, what else? Ito, ang denominator nito, pwede natin ilagay na over 1, di ba? So, meaning our LCD is 2 times square root of x plus 1. Okay? Naalala nyo pag convert kayo ng equivalent fraction. So, this divided by this and then times yung expression sa taas. Yun yung maging denominator natin, yung numerator natin. So, this one divided by this one is 1 times x cubed is just x cubed. I don't know kung naalala nyo pa ito, no? So, gumagawa tayo ng equivalent expression, no? Kasi, parang ganito yan, parang over 6, 1 half, ano equivalent niya? So, magdi-divide tayo pag ganun, tapos we multiply pag ganun. 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 1 is 3. So, ganun din dito. This one divided by this one, and whatever the result is, multiply by this one. Okay? Okay, so, yan yung logic behind it. So, x cubed plus ano yung sa taas? Plus this one divided by 1 times this one. So, divided by 1 times this one. So, ano ang square root of x plus 1 times square root of x plus 1? Magiging x plus 1 siya, di ba? Tapos yung 2 at saka 3x squared, magiging 6x squared. Tapos yung ito at saka ito, magiging x plus 1. Parang square root of 2 times square root of 2, di ba? 2. So, square root of x plus 1 times square root of x plus 1 is just x plus 1 plus times x plus 1. Okay? So, nakikita nyo algebra. Usually, ang mga estudyante, bumabagsak yan dahil sa algebra, hindi dahil sa calculus. Kasi madali lang yung madali lang yung calculus Pagdating sa algebra, nagkakagulo na. Pag may factoring, pag may, yun, itong ginagawa ko, rational expressions, radical expressions, medyo mahirap siya. Plus, we can use distributive property, that's 6x cubed plus 6x squared times 2 square root of x plus 1 or over 2 square root of x plus 1. So, ang 6x cubed plus x cubed ay 7x cubed plus 6x squared divided by 2 times square root of x plus 1. So, this is already correct, pero kung gusto nyo pwedeng i-factor out yung x squared. So, x squared times 7x plus 6 over 2 times square root of x plus 1. And both are correct. No? So, I would give also you full point, whichever is your answer. This one or this one. Okay? So, yeah, medyo mahirap siya, pero kailangan tsagain nyo yan, no? Kasi pag lumabas sa exam, definitely, kung nasa college kayo, lalabas to, no? May combination ng power rule, chain rule, at saka ng product rule. Okay, so maraming salamat. Sana ay huwag kayong magsawa, no, na mag-aaral ng math, no? Tsaga-tsaga lang din talaga. Invite ko kayo sa channel natin, zip9.com, yung ating website, at yung channel natin, youtube.com/user/zip9ph. Maraming salamat. I'll see you in the next video.